Had her first guest check in last week. Brandy was a little bit nervous because she didn't have everything perfect the way she wanted it. And she was actually considering canceling. She should never do. Never cancel. Never cancel. All right. I want all you guys to make sure you hear that. Never cancel a listing. I'll give the example of my son in the beginning. In the beginning, my son, he just kind of wanted to do it on his own. He didn't really want to listen. He wanted to take a few tips here and there, but didn't really want to listen. So I just let him do his thing. Thought it was fast money. Next thing you know, he's dealing with all these issues. People, people not wanting to leave. people trying to milk this whole COVID thing, because you can't evict. And but he was able to get them out because they hadn't passed the 30-day rule yet. But like, it was just crazy. Like she had her first guest check in last week. Was it last week, Randy?
Yeah.
All right, last week. And then and they stayed how long?
He stayed for 3 days.
3 days. So she stayed 3 days. Brandy was a little bit nervous because she didn't have everything perfect the way she wanted it. And she was actually considering canceling. She should never do. Never cancel. Never cancel. All right. I want all you guys to make sure you hear that. Never cancel a listing. Angela just had a situation where she was messaging me over the holiday and was like, Jim, I'm really nervous because, we got backed up on this rehab and we got these guests that are going to be coming in, and due to COVID, the last few things that need to get done on the rehab is going to be delayed. What should I do? Should I cancel? And I said, well, yes, definitely. You want to explain to them, if you don't think you're going to be able to do it, explain to the guests what's happening, what's going on. And then you get them to cancel. So you're going to change your cancellation policy from strict to the easiest cancellation policy. And then when they do cancel, they get a full refund. So today she goes, okay, great. Do I explain everything? I said, definitely. So today she messaged me, Coach Jim, I need your help. I'm like, what's going on? She said, well, the guests, I explained everything to them, but now they're telling me that I need to cancel. And I said, and I didn't see the second part of the message until a little bit later. And then she messaged me back like 15 minutes later. She goes, oh, it's all settled. They canceled. They got a full refund because we changed the policy, and everything's all set. And she said, phew. I was a little bit nervous because they didn't want to cancel, but that's how you want to do it. You don't ever want to cancel, because if you cancel a booking yourself, what's going to happen is you're going to lose the ability to get Superhost status, right? For 12 months. So you don't want that, especially going in. Like, I've had, I've hosted tens of thousands of nights, 20, 30,000 nights. I don't know. It's been a lot. I've never had to cancel, but I've had multiple guests cancel. I've had to have guests cancel for, specific situations. Things have happened, but not like, nothing crazy. Like, I had a situation where we transferred over some software, and the software wasn't fully integrated yet. So it allowed people to double book. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like that went on for like 3 days. And then finally, we it started catching up, but there were a couple guests in there that we had to tell them that there was an issue with the software and they double booked. So, we're going to need them to cancel, and they canceled with no issue. But then there's other times where, guests have booked and we told them that they're gonna have to cancel because they didn't meet, they were locals, but even though they were locals, they were on the strict cancellation policy. They were locals, but they didn't, but they met the guidelines for, outside of being local, they met all the guidelines for being able to auto book, instant book. But because they were local, we told them no, they can't. Right. One of the things we try not to do is to allow, we don't accept locals. And a big part of the reason for that, I explained many times, but I'll explain it again. I'll probably explain it many more times. We don't accept locals because a lot of times locals, I get questions all the time from students about lockbox codes and changing lockbox codes and things like that. When you're dealing with locals, you got to change your lockbox codes all the time, because people will be coming, you never know if people are going to be coming back and, doing different things, and the last year, if I've had to change the lockbox codes a handful of times, that's a lot. Like if I've had to have my lockbox codes changed a handful of times in the last year over all my places, that's a lot. Like I could count on probably a half a hand how many times we've had to change lockbox codes. So that's a big reason. And then the other thing is, when it comes to locals, they come with, family and friends that, you run the risk of having parties and all this other stuff. That's just not what we do. And, I've had people like, I'll give the example of my son in the beginning. In the beginning, my son, he just kind of wanted to do it on his own. He didn't really want to listen. He wanted to take a few tips here and there, but didn't really want to listen. So I just let him do his thing. He was accepting locals. Thought it was fast money. Next thing you know, he's dealing with all these issues. People, people not wanting to leave. people trying to milk this whole COVID thing, because you can't evict, and but he was able to get them out because they hadn't passed the 30-day rule yet. But like, it was just crazy. Like the locals are just all kinds of stuff. And we don't do locals for a number, for those reasons. So in any case, he had, as a local, he booked instant book, and we had to let him know that, our places are reserved for our out of town business travelers and business clients. And so, we won't be able to accommodate him. And so they said, okay. And, they canceled and got their full refund. So that's it. So in any case, I just say never cancel a reservation as a host. You never want to do it. Never want to do it. All right. So anyway, so Brandy, we were talking about Brandy, and she had her first one. She was considering canceling. She didn't, because everything wasn't perfect, but it went well. She didn't cancel. It went well. And she got her first review, and the lady said what? She loved it, Brandy? What'd she say?
Yeah, it actually was a guy. He said he loved it. It exceeded his expectations. It was clean. It smelled good. So it worked out.
Yeah. So it exceeded expectations. It was clean. It smelled good. And now she's got 2 others coming in, and a. Hey guys, it's Jim. I hope you're enjoying the series of videos that I'm putting out of my new student hosts. There's a couple that I put out before this, a couple that I'm putting out after as well. It's all real informative stuff to help you in your journey with Airbnb passive income. And if you do enjoy it, I'd ask you to do a couple things. One, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not on YouTube, go ahead over to the channel and subscribe, like, and share the video if you want to be updated on all the new videos that are going to be coming up, as well as getting the other ones that will also help you along your journey of Airbnb, creating Airbnb passive income to be able to support the vision that God's given you for your life. And then also, I don't know if you know, but I also have a semi-private group where we're in there and we share a lot of things in the group. You're able to kind of see more of what my students are doing, and also what some of the other folks that are doing that are just trying to get started and getting some help without actually being a part of the my academy. And so you can actually go over to that group. It's my Facebook group, and you'll find the link to that group in the description below. And if you're already in it, great. You're already in the group. You know what we're doing, and glad to have you. Now, the last thing is this. If you're already in the group, or if you're not in the group and you're not a student, and you like the information that the free information that I'm sharing, and you feel like maybe this would be a great fit for you as far as being able to, do Airbnb passive income without owning property, then schedule a one-on-one with me. I'd love to meet with you. As you know, I love helping people start and grow their $5,000 to $15,000 a month Airbnb passive income business without banks, without experience, and without owning property. And so, yeah, schedule an opportunity. I'd love to, as I said, I'd love to meet with you one-on-one, and we can see if it's a good fit. I can give you some more information, some background about the academy and how everything works. And if it is a great fit and I'm able to give you an invitation, because my academy is invitation only, but if I'm able to give you an invitation, then I'll give you an invitation, get you enrolled, and get you started today. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll look forward to meeting with you and working with you in the very near future. God bless you.